Lose Radio.
Kingdom Hearts, dude. You mentioned Kingdom Hearts before. You know what?
That's a hard pivot.
Hey.
Yep.
Hey, I don't get to talk about Kingdom Hearts with everybody.
Yeah.
All right? And you mentioned it before, so I got to ask you,
Yes, sir.
what is your connection with Kingdom Hearts? How does that happen?
I remember playing them as a kid. Like, my cousin came over and brought his PS2, and like I was a Nintendo family. Yeah. So I never had PS2 or whatever. And my brain was like melted trying to understand what the fuck was happening.
What game was it?
It was the first one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I never had them for like years, and then just a couple years ago I started playing through them, working through them. So I only did Kingdom Hearts 2. That's as far as I've gotten.
Oh, so you've played 1 and 2.
And I even did Rechain of Memories, which hurt my soul.
Yeah, I played that one on the PS2 when I was younger. That was a trip.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to me because the way they dropped those games is so weird. It's like it was the first one, then the second one, but between the first one and the second one, there was a Game Boy game that was Chain of Memories.
Game Boy got put onto the PS2.
And that's Rechain of Memories.
Yeah. And I've heard people say the Game Boy version is pretty good, but the PS2 version is like one of the worst games I've ever... Like, and legitimately, also, when I was playing it, was one of the worst mentally space I was at in my life. it was a rough period.
You can't judge it. What's the word I'm looking for here? You within the experience that you had it in, you're judging it within that frame of mind. Like when you think back on the game, maybe it was better than you had remembered.
The thing is, I can't really remember if I was in a bad space and I was playing it, or if I was just in a deep, deep depression because of that game subconsciously. It might have been.
The game. Yeah. See, the problem with that game is the way that the combat system is so weird. I think on the Game Boy, the reason it's weird because
it was turn-based on the Game Boy, so it made sense.
And it's the only way you could probably do that combat.
Yeah.
Right. Was it turn-based?
I think so. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think it was. I think it was like it's still the thing with the cards.
Yeah.
But you like, and the arenas were different.
Yeah.
I don't think it was turn-based though.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe I've never played.
You
the
might
Game
be
Boy
right.
version.
Yeah. Me neither. So.
But it's just they're trying to adapt the Game Boy adaptation of the PS2 game into a PS2 game. So it's like you could have just done the normal combat, but because it's so interconnected with like the game,
for sure,
they adapt everything. I mean, it was like that they had a mobile game I think called Coded, and it's like it's all part of the story. I think Coded became cutscenes. They had a DS game called was it DS? I think it was Dream Drop Distance. That was a 3DS.
I know there was a DS one that's just cutscenes on the collection.
That one is a PSP game, actually. That one is the one. See, the thing is, it's so...
Wasn't there one that was like a remake of the first game, and then they put it... But it had like more lore or something? I think there was something like that.
Well, the first game... See, that was another thing. Like, when these games rolled out, there was an American version and then a Japanese version for the first game and the second game.
And they were different?
Yeah, so there was more bosses in the Japanese version.
Really?
Like a couple like secret bosses that you couldn't fight in the American version, and each boss was like a precursor to the next game. So in Kingdom Hearts 1, there's a boss you can fight in the Hollow Bastion world, and it's a precursor to Kingdom Hearts 2.
Really?
Yeah, and I think there's actually also...
'cause there was a couple hidden bosses in the first one.
In the first one, like more than the second one.
Yeah.
But the second one's probably like my favorite game of all time.
Yeah, it's so
beautiful. Good. But even in the second one, like, so I think it's Final Mix is what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure because there's the regular version and the Final Mix version.
I know they added some more in the Final Mix version, but
yeah, and they even I think like with Kingdom Hearts 3 when that game first came out. There was the game, and then there was the DLC that came out. But really, the DLC is kind of just what the Final Mix thing would have been. But like Final Mix, there was a Kingdom Hearts 2. So there was a whole extra area in the Final Mix version of Kingdom Hearts 2 with literally you could fight each organization member in like a super hard version of their fights. It was like what do they call it? Like a mega boss. Like there's a phrase for it, but they each are like the hardest bosses in the game are these 13 bosses.
Man.
And it's each member of Organization 13, so it's cool. It's like themed with the game. And you have to go through this whole area where you have to use all of the skills you get from your drive forms to get there. And this area is not in the American version. It was only in the Japanese version. So like when I was 12, I'm like reading about this like, what? Like what? There's this whole other fucking thing. Like there's a whole other thing in the game. And then it all becomes a thing where you can play it now. Like now,
in the final mix, they have
Yeah, now when you
crazy.
get Kingdom Hearts in these collections, and you're getting everything.
Because I've seen stuff like be like slightly like censored or tweaked in American versions, but that's weird to just cut out all that shit.
What do you mean, like with the Kingdom Hearts games?
I mean, just
Oh,
games
just
in general. Sometimes there'll be something like
Yeah, no, the Japanese stuff just had like exclusive.
It's so weird.
It was I don't know why they did it that way. I can't really, but the whole game, like that's why I say the whole rollout's weird because they would drop stuff on different consoles. They even have a mobile game now that's like so connected with the story. Like it's supposed to all matter. Like what they're saying, like Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be all connected with this mobile game
that's
that you're
too
supposed to have been playing for the last 3 years.
Oh Jesus!
It's too much.
Yeah, that's too much. I mean, even just the fact that it's not just you play 1 and then you play 2.
Yeah.
Like you probably can get the gist, but I was like, the story is so like.
What I would recommend to you is you play 1, you play 2, you want to play Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep is like integral to the story after 2.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game. Like Birth by Sleep, that even as a Lilo and Stitch world, it's got a bunch of stuff.
Let's go.
It's a fun one.
When Stitch showed up in the second game there's so many moments you're just like, what?
Yeah, dude.
Every time Pete shows up, it's amazing. Pete is one of the greatest characters in cinema history and video game too.
He doesn't get enough love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really doesn't.
He doesn't get to. He's like he sticks around. I don't think there's enough of him. I'm gonna warn you. I don't think there's too much of Pete in Kingdom Hearts 3.
He's an all-time great Disney character.
He is an all-time great.
Him talking to like and there's the fucking like Pirates of the Caribbean world. When you first get there, it's just like, oh, ancient Aztec treasure, eh, Barbados? Whatever the fuck his name is.
That's why I love the Kingdom Hearts games. The whole fucking thing is so ridiculous that it's like so entertaining. Like just the fact that they're just that you're in a Disney world. You got fucking Pete talking to Jack Sparrow. This shit is so ridiculous.
Anime characters flying around. Like if Kingdom Hearts didn't exist and you were like, hey, Final Fantasy? What if we did a crossover with like Mickey Mouse and Goofy? You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think the story is like it was an elevator pitch with him, and you've heard it before.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy who made it just happened to get in an elevator with fucking
the Disney
president
executive.
of Disney. Yeah.
He's like, hey man, how about literally you said the sentence you just said.
Imagine if he was like, hey, my game's Final Fantasy, and it was like, no. Virgin shit, what are you talking about? I don't play video games.
Yeah, in another timeline, that is exactly what happened.
And I think that's probably a much better timeline overall for the world.
No. Kingdom Hearts, like when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, it was like my childhood was completing. It's really what it felt like for me, because the weight between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3, you people don't know. You people don't. It's like for Tool fans, you can kind of understand. All right, Tool fans can understand that.
Yeah.
Wait, like how many years for now? I think it was like 12, 13.
Yeah, something like that.
That's how it feels. I think Dr. Dre's The Chronic, I'll tell you, it's never coming out, all right? It's never happening.
Yeah.
But there's a few things we wait for.
Book, bro.
Which one was
The
it?
last Game of Thrones book. That's been like 13 years too, I think.
Yeah, that one's never happened.
Yeah.
Been too long, I don't think I could face it. In the corner with my mask on. What's the story? It did do no good to waste it. 30 seconds till it's blast off.